guys, welcome back to Clockwork and Noodles for another weekly breakdown. This week's episode is episode 6 of Spy X Family. Literally in the halfway point of the entire season now. So this week I am going to be bringing you my midway review. I can't believe we're already at the midway point. It literally feels like I just did the wrap up for last season with you guys. But the midway review is upon us and we're going to be doing top 3 OPs, top 3 EDs, and one of my top 3 animes so far. This often changes, sometimes it doesn't. I think there's been one season where maybe one thing changed. Generally, something always changes, an anime doesn't stick the landing, things get worse, things end up getting better even. It's going to be interesting to show you guys what I feel currently at the halfway mark. Will Spy X Family be on that list? I wonder. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you catch that video. And also we are still aiming to hit 1k of subscribers because we're going to do things like live streaming. We're going to try and do a bit more of the channel. All your support is absolutely amazing and it means a lot to me to see you guys talking and chattering and watching the videos. So thank you guys so much. Let's try and keep pushing those numbers till we hit 1k and we can do a live stream night, maybe even do a midway review of you guys live. That would be fun. I can't wait to share with you my thoughts live and have you guys also chattering in the comments as well. That would be fun. But let's get going because the school uniform is here. And how do you know you're going to a really rich school? Because the uniform has gold on it. I've been seeing it a lot because obviously it is in the ED. We've seen the uniform ahead of schedule anyway. So it's really exciting to finally see it. We do get a stern warning this week right at the start that there's a lot of bullying and hazing going on at Eden. I would kind of expect it anyway with places like this because money and status does generally talk. I've never gone to a boarding school, but I've had friends who have gone to boarding schools and have told me stories. I'm just thankful. I'm actually really thankful I never went to a boarding school, despite the fact at times I'm like, oh, I bet that was fun. But the most concerning aspect was the kidnappings that are going on. Whether this links into the bigger plot going on will be interesting, or whether it's just a warning. What is that underlying plot with that going on? Fine dining, but the source is definitely a secret. Would you really eat food that had a message written on it? Probably would, actually. I'm sorry, Lloyd. Food is food. I would still eat it even if there was a cipher. Have a knees day. I don't know what have a knees day means. It does make me remember that. Do not skip out on leg day. So I like it. I might start using that to all my co-workers. Have a knees day. I love you, Anya. Anya is great. She's so memeable. She's so quotable. She is a gif. Her face is a gif. Everything about Anya just really, really works. And this is another thing I'm just going to be saying. Lloyds Briefing ends up doubling up as a info dump to the audience all about the new school, how does Eden work, and this is very clever because it doesn't feel forced. Some animes just give you the backlog and it doesn't really make sense. It is necessary that Lloyd does need to know how Eden works, so us getting a briefing at the same time, it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it actually works within the realms. It makes sense. I like it. It also reminds us that we are still doing all of this to try and get close to Desmond. We learn about the demerit and the merit system. I just knew Anya would do something and I knew she'd end up with something. Of course, it's a demerit right on day 1. Anya has to try and get 7 merits to be turned into an honour student, and that's apparently the best way to get close to Desmond. This does link into my theory that Anya still is the main character. I have a feeling at some point it's going to be revealed that this is all from her memories or something, even something, that Anya's the one who has to do most of the work. So we are still trying to get close to Desmond, and that may be Lloyd's mission, but the person who actually has to do this mission properly is Anya, and I'm sure I expect we're going to be seeing him pulling some strings at point. Lloyd won't be there 24/7, so Anya is literally the one who's been given this mission. This really is Anya's mission. The best line of the entire anime. Hello, anxiety, my old friend. I feel you, Lloyd, I feel you. I cannot imagine how he would be feeling right now, knowing the fate of his entire mission, the fate of world peace, relying on his kid to get on with somebody or to try and get these merits. Anya's just had passing grades, barely passing grades. I feel him. It feels like one hell of a challenge. I was a little bit worried that they only got Anya one uniform. She's a kid. Kids literally, their only sole primary objective is to just get dirty. I would be getting her another uniform at the most, having another one just on hand because Anya is gonna grow. She's gonna grow and get bigger because she's a kid. She grows. The fact that she's already decked somebody, she's gonna get covered in blood, you know. Anya needs a second uniform, definitely. Anya showing her uniform off to every single person in that park was absolutely amazing. Believable writing, because I really do see kids do this. I've had kids come up to me during my work to show me their badge, to show me their dog, to show me their teddy bear. It happens. It's real. Well done on your believable writing, because most of the time some animes just don't get kids quite right. Anya is such a believable child. I am right there. I can be, yep, that is a 8-year-old. That's what the 8-year-old would do. Anya also holds yours hand, which is nice because it's a bridge that gap moment. I think a few episodes ago she was way too scared to even hold yours hand. This little next section we get is a nice little bonding moment with just Yor and Anya, because most of the time we've had at least Lloyd always floating around, or the things are happening with just Lloyd. Last week's episode ended up with just Lloyd and Anya looking at the fireworks together because Yor was drunk and sleeping. This time Yor gets a chance to bond with her daughter. Hints that Yor can't cook. Can't wait to see how that's going to work out. That does remind me a little bit of Fushi from To Your Eternity, the guy who tried to cook and everybody struggled, and even Boji from Osama Ranking, who literally could eat anything because his stomach was like lined in lead or something. Yor's cooking, I can't wait to see that in full action, because this is a spy. Can a spy withstand bad cooking? A lapse in judgment, allowing a kid to just wander off. I think kids just need little tags in their clothing so you know where they are at all time. Like, just monitor your child. It is our first Yor action sequence for a little while, punching fruit, and it's sad because all the fruit and the food goes on the floor. But I do love the fact they remix Yor's theme for the music. I do like the soundtrack to this anime, and if you haven't checked it out yet, there's a lot of really cool remixes being done, which are putting Bond tunes and Skyfall tune. It was Skyfall and Yor. I can't remember who's doing it. They put the two themes together, and it sounds so good. I love it. Definitely go and check out some of the remixes they're doing for the soundtrack on this anime. Really, really good. Yor's declaration, "I am her mother," is a fist pumping moment. I am so happy that this is how she feels, and she has the desire to be a proper mum to Anya. So even if, let's say, the mission ended and Lloyd parted ways, at least maybe Anya would be able to stay with Yor, perhaps. Really intent on being a proper mother to Anya, and I love that, because Anya really is just a precious being who needs love, she needs security, she needs stability, and I really hope that even at the end of this mission that can be provided, or at least she's a little bit older so the mission goes on for quite some time. Anya wanting to train so she doesn't die at school is a little bit extreme. A bit of an overreaction from Anya, but I mean, it works. But Anya knowing Yor's dangerous moves definitely gets her into a bit of a bind this week. But at least we know Anya can stand up for herself now. But it does provide quite a nice little bonding moment when Lloyd walks in and they're both doing these stretches together. They're both doing these punches out. It looks like Anya has her hair tied back as well. I really like that, because this is her in her yoga. This is my gym fitness look. I like this look. It's a nice little look for Anya. I really like it, and it's nice to see Yor also training as well. I like that little moment. A nice bonding session with the two. So let's talk about Damian. Damian from the ED. The only spoilers I've had for this show is all about Damian, and I know the guy's name. I haven't seen too many spoilers for this anime, touch wood, that stays this way. But Damian, I knew his name beforehand, but he is technically in the ED anyway. But he's here, he makes his debut. He is indeed the son of the man that we now need to get close to on this world peace mission. Lloyd literally wanting intel on all of the parents, getting really excited and hoping that Anya can make friends. To Yor, it literally just passes off as him being a doting father, and it works really nicely. I think a good thing about Spy X Family is a lot of the moments, especially where you've got characters who don't see the full picture, it's double meanings. There's a lot of double meanings going off. We read a different meaning from what's actually going on, or we can hear Lloyd's thoughts. Obviously, Yor can't hear Lloyd's thoughts. She is an Anya. She's not the one character in the show who has the whole full picture. Only us and Anya have that. But it's such a nice use of that, and I love the double meanings that keep going on, because to us, we're watching Lloyd getting excited because this is my mission and everyone here is a treasure trove of information. I need that information. But to Yor, it just looks like he's going, I'm excited. This is my daughter. I'm very looking forward to her making friends. Anya cold shouldering everybody right at the start was absolutely hilarious, because Lloyd is still watching and Lloyd's face just dropping. I did notice with the kids in the class, especially we've got Damian and Becky, both of them have alliteration in the name. So I'm wondering, to be rich, do you have to have alliteration name where your name actually is the same as it starts? I'm not. I'm an R and a P. Mine aren't the same, but they're very close because they're close in the alphabet. So I could have been a member of Eden College. Really wouldn't have made it. I am pretty smart. I got a lot of straight A's, but I just don't have the status. Or if I got through somehow, I would have been bullied just like Anya. But I'm very happy the Housemaster is back. If you want to know who the voice actor is, or you're scratching your head thinking, this guy sounds very familiar. Well, he's indeed Kenny Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Or, if you've been watching this channel with me, it is Jack from Moriarty the Patriot. Jack looked so much like the Housemaster anyway. Cloverworks and Wit may need to have a little word with Moriarty the Patriot's author. It was really nice to see that, and I love him as a character. I think he's a great character as well. So we get our first meeting with Damian and Anya. This is it. This is how it goes. And welcome to the scary world of being rich. All these kids are just terrifying. I just can't imagine it because obviously I am a poor, lowly otaku, guys. I'm a weeb. I don't have money. I work and I don't have rich parents. But I just can't imagine what it's like hanging around kids who are from money. I don't think I want to experience it. I really just don't hope it's like this because these kids are just terrifying. I almost can't blame Anya for what she does next. Jump straight to the punch, literally. Anya's famous face, this heh face. I have seen this heh face everywhere. It is a meme. You can use it on Facebook as a GIF as well. I'm so happy. She is so GIF worthy right now. It's here. The face is here. And yeah, Anya punches Damian. Of course she does. Of course. And I love the fact that, oh, he walked into my fist. Yeah, sure, of course. At least she's trying her hardest to try and cover it up, but maybe trying a little bit too hard there. Anya's actual composure, though, however, does earn her a true friend in Becky. Becky is my namesake. Of course, you guys know me as Becca. Becky is what my parents call me. You guys don't get permission to call me that. I hate it. It makes me sound like I'm in trouble. Or if I really am in trouble, I get called Rebecca, and I'm like, oh, what have I done? I don't even get called Rebecca at work. I actually was allowed to say, just call me Becca. Rebecca just sounds way too formal. I like you guys. You guys can call me Becca. That's what everybody else calls me. Queen Uggo. Hello, childish vocabulary. Hello, Damian. Queen Uggo. That's one hell of an insult, my dude. I even like the fact your friend even says, maybe we should expand your vocabulary. Don't fuck with Anya, Damian. Just don't. Damian literally bursting into tears. Me suddenly going, now who's the whittle child? I never thought I would be cheering on a kid beating up another kid. And I'm never going to say that again. Don't quote me on that one. What a weird episode. I love this episode. Becky now a friend for life. Yeah, Becky is cool. Spirit animal. Anya, absolutely scary the way she's able to manipulate the situation. I did this to stand up for my friend. This is a noble cause and ends up impressing the housemaster. So instead of getting 3 thunderbolts, she only gets 1. Of course, that's really, really bad on your first day. But it could have been a lot worse with her already having 3 when you need 7 to get kicked out immediately. Almost halfway from getting kicked out. So thankfully the housemaster, being a little bit sweeter, is able to save that. But wow. Day 1 of a new era. Huge fail. And I love Lloyd's dead face. Dead on the inside. Just dead to the world. And his first day literally resulted in her decking a kid. Decking the kid that we need to approach and be friends with for world peace. World peace literally just got decked in the face. I mean, if we're looking for a silver lining, Anya was the first kid to achieve something. It was just a thunderbolt. But well done, Anya, for achieving something on your first day, aka a buttload of trauma. I loved this episode. I thought it was fantastic. Lots of double meanings going on. Lots of fun. New characters left, right and centre. Can't wait to get to know them. How are we going to bridge the gap with Damian and somehow pull that closer? I don't know. Is Becky going to be a important role at some point as well? Can't wait. There was a little teasing bit. Lloyd's face at one point with him looking dead inside, but his hair's tied back. Can't wait to see what that's about because he looks hot, but also terrified at the same time. Fantastic episode nonetheless. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see where it goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. Just a note for next week's breakdown. I am going to be at MCM Comic Con for the whole weekend. That means all of the reviews are being moved. Monday, I should hopefully have at least Dance Shoe up. Summertime rendering also up, and we'll see how I go. It may be that you guys get this video and Requiem on Tuesday instead. We'll see how it goes, guys. See how tired I am. If you are going to MCM Comic Con, I'm going to be performing on Saturday. Come along and see me perform. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.